I got 2 payout from FundingPips this week, and you may be thinking, if you did get 2 payout from a prop firm, probably it will take you up to 1 or 2 weeks before you get your next payout. But you are wrong, because as I'm making this video, I have secured 2 more payout next week, Tuesday. How do you do that? So in today's video, I'm going to explain exactly how I'm able to get that much payout, like my trading strategy. I'm going to break down that exact trade I've taken that allows me to secure that payout for next week. And not only that, I'm also going to explain the reason why I prefer trading with FundingPips, especially their one-step evaluation. So if you are interested into learning and then choose that prop firm and allows you to make that much money, stick till the end of this video. You guys may not know, but this month of July alone, I got well over 8 payout from FundingPips, and out of those 8 payout, 7 of them came from a one-step account with FundingPips. And I mean, that's a lot of payout, right? I remember someone even asked me on Instagram how I able to get that much payout in 1 month from one prop firm, just because I have weekly payout. With weekly payout, one account you're able to get 4 payout in a month. Even weekly payout, you get paid in less than 24 hours, which is actually really awesome. But that is not the reason why I choose FundingPips. The main reason why I'm trading one step with FundingPips, first, they have 0 payout denial. As I'm making this video, I got paid well over $50,000 from FundingPips, and all of my payout got processed. I never got a single payout denial from FundingPips. And the second thing is they have the weekly payout on that one-step account, which I love. And you don't have minimum trading days. Meaning if you get, let's say, your account on Monday and then you trade on Monday and you're able to make money, on Tuesday you request for a payout. You don't need to trade for a whole 1 week or 5 days to be able to get paid. Even if you trade one day and your next payout is the following day, you just request for a payout and the payout get processed in less than 24 hours, which is, I mean, really, really awesome. So as I said, I have already secured 2 more payout next week. I think it's about like 1,000 something. I can't even remember how much money I made on those trades. But yeah, I'm gonna share my screen right now. I'm going to explain exactly how I took that trade. I'm gonna give you guys like the roadmap, how I analyzed, for you to analyze, do the same thing, you know, trade and make money, you know. And one more thing is, if you guys want to trade with FundingPips, make sure you use the coupon code ASUSFX. It will give you 5% discount on your first purchase. So I think that's like a really good deal, you know. You have 5% off, go get your account, get payout, and then what happened? You make money. So let's get into my chart. I'm going to explain exactly how you can make that much money. Alright, so this was the trade I've taken, a 3-hour trade, and it allowed me to make I think I made about $2,400 on my account, but the trade I've made well over $2,400 because the account was a bit in drawdown, right? So I'll try to explain the reason why I took this trade, and then I've taken another trade as well, and the second trade was below here, right? Because I have 2 one-step account with FundingPips, so I took both of them separately for some reason. Is it for some reason, or is copy trading allowed or not allowed? I can't even remember. So yeah, so these are like the 2 trades I've taken. First one here, second one here. So I'm going to break down exactly why I've taken them. So the first thing is you have to understand the higher time frame. So in this case, let me go to the H4 and I'm going to show you guys something. So when I come to the H4 here, I can clearly see that we've been bearish like the whole week, right? So let me go to H1. Yeah, so when I come here, you can see that we've been having this bearish market structure. So every time price does this, price give a sell, price give a sell. So what do you have? Price sell, give a pullback, sell, give a pullback, sell, give a pullback, sell, give a pullback, sell, and then I was expecting what? A pullback here as well for a sell. Okay, so I was expecting what? A sell after a pullback, right? So the thing you guys have to understand is when you trade, assuming that you have, let's say, this as a market structure, right? And then you want to take a trade, there are 2 zones that price is more likely to mitigate, okay, like give a pullback to. So the first one is the order block, right? And then the second one is the breaker block. So what do you have? A breaker block here and then an order block here. So all I'm expecting price to do is come tap this, give a sell, or come tap this, give a sell. Just any of the 2 zones, price come tap and then give me some sort of maybe confirmation entry, and I take a sell. Sometimes I can take without confirmation if I'm like happy with the risk, right? So in this case, when I zoom in here, what do you see? We can see that price gave a sell here, right? This is more or less like A here, and then price drop, it gave a B here. So it gave a pullback, it gave a A here, and then it dropped, it broke this low, give a B. So when that happened, I had what? A POI here, and then I have what? A breaker block here. So I have what? A breaker block and a POI. So all I was expecting price to do is give me pullback to one of the zone and then give me sell. So in this case, I got the pullback to this zone instead. So when I got the pullback there, all I did is I went to the lower time frame and then I waited for price to give me a reason to sell. So when I zoom in here, you'll see that we had like a high impact news and something, and price end up creating a whole lot of shift. You see, price drop here, gave us what? A change of character here, and then it gave a pullback. It mitigated this POI here. You can see that it's pretty clean, right? So you have what? You have this bullish market structure, bullish market structure, bullish market structure, then you change your character and then pull back here, and then what? It gave a sell to the downside. So that's how I did get my sell. And then my TP was pretty much at the low, right? So I had it. I don't remember exactly where the TP is, but yeah, I closed it somewhere here when I made that my $2,400. Like on my one step account, mostly I just aim about $1,000 to $2,000 payout, because even if I do get $2,000 payout, 4 payout in a month, that's $8,000 payout. Do you understand? So you don't need to make a huge amount on a single payout. So that's the reason why I'm only aiming for a small payout. And then after that, the same thing happened, right? If price does break this low here, you'd be expecting the same thing, right? Price breaks this and then maybe give a pullback here and then give you a sell. But in this case, this sell was a bit more aggressive. I didn't wait for price to break this. Directly I had a sell there, right? This sell was one of the weirdest weirdest trade even you can have. But let me go to the lower time frame so I'll explain exactly what happened. So when I come here, even on the 1 minute, you can't see anything. Let me go on the 15 second. In case you don't know, yes, I do use the second time frame as well sometimes, especially when price doesn't give me enough of a market, right? So yeah, so when I zoom in here, what do you see? You have a high, give a low, give a high, and then give a low. So when I gave a low here, I was expecting a pullback. Price could have pulled back to this high here for a sell, or price could have just pulled back to this breaker block. So what did you see, or what do you see? Price pull back to this breaker block. This sort of candle here, do you see this? So this more or less a breaker block. So this is what price did pull back here and give a sell. So the pullback inside of this is where I had my sell, and I had the stop loss pretty much at this high here. And then I can't remember exactly where I closed again, but most of the trade I've taken here was like 3R each. So this is another trade here. I think I closed it somewhere here for like 3R. So yeah, 3R on my one step and 3R on the other one step, and that's a profit of 2,400 on one account and 1,200 or 1,400 on the other account, or just 1,000 I think on the other account. And one more thing I want to show you guys here is I did send one of the trades here to my VIP members, in case you guys don't know, but the trade I've sent to them is slightly different. This was the trade, and then their own TP was pretty much at this low here. I don't know if this is exactly how the setup was. Give me a second. Yeah, so this is pretty much how the setup went. It was about 5 hours. Yeah, this was the setup I've sent to them. So they more or less had more, more. They should have made more profit than me. And then this trade here as well, I've sent to them as well. And this trade price hit TP2 about 3R, but the last TP, which is 5R, price didn't hit, and price ended up giving this pullback. Today as well, I had it buy here, but I wasn't trading NFP, so I didn't take the trade. But I'm just imagining, bro, if I did take this trade out, that would have been massive, bro. Just look at this shit. This would have been the first trade of the month, right? Would have been massive. And this is pretty much the trade I've sent to my VIP members, as you can see here. This was the trade here, and TP, all the TP hidden, you can see exactly here, right? And the trade, some of the members, they got taken out because of spread, because like you see where the stop loss was. The stop loss was somewhere here, so this move kind of took some people out. But yeah, price ended up hitting full TP. That was amazing. And this was the second trade I've showed you guys here as well. So you can see price ran for 3R instead of running for 5R. But you can see TP2 hit. That was really awesome. And I did tell them that you can take partial as well. So that's how things went, right? So I think that would be pretty much it for this video. If you guys like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you guys on my next video. I'm about to hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm really happy. Probably by next week I should hit 10,000, right? All right, bye bye.